You know, I haven't acrylic painted since I was in high school, and I think I might have messed up this painting. I think I was doing really well, and then I messed it up. Maybe I didn't, but follow along and see what you think. See if you like the end product or not. I was just kind of having fun and trying new things, and let me know what you think. How was that intro? I've been playing around with Adobe After Effects and been creating weird intros and things, so I decided I would start incorporating some of them. Even though I really don't like intros, it's just fun to play around with and see. So anyway, I decided to do an acrylic painting. I haven't done acrylic paintings really since high school, and I decided to try this image I had in my head, which was of like an eye. And the only real good paints I have is these golden fluid acrylics, and I have them in a teal color and a red color. So I thought I would try to implement them into a painting somehow. But I also wanted to make it kind of a mixed media painting, so it wasn't just acrylic paints. I just wanted to try some new and different things. So you can see I'm kind of laying out here the base painting, I guess, the under paintings, the different color values and things. And I'm just trying to just get the basic shape and everything down. And doing blendings, of course. You saw I just did some colors with where I had taken the acrylics and added some water and then dabbed it with a paper towel just to kind of make it a little more faint kind of shading colors. I needed to add a little bit more red in here, so I took some of the red and implemented it into the iris of the eye and created some blood vessels and stuff. Because in my head I was seeing like this tealy red kind of eye, but with kind of a yellow tint to it, almost. I don't know if it was like a zombie kind of thing or what, but I don't know. I was just seeing this kind of yellow tint to the eye and stuff. So you'll see in a little bit I add that to the painting, and I kind of add it to the blue too, because it kind of shifts the blue to kind of a green value sort of. I'm just going through here painting the best I can, not really remembering how to paint it all, just kind of winging it. For the most part, I'm liking how it turns out. I mean, I wish I could do better, but then again, I haven't painted for a very, very long time. So probably a little over 20 years with acrylic paints. So, I mean, I've done airbrush work, and here you can see I'm adding the yellow tint kind of to the eye, and I decided to add it over the blue because I wanted to kind of add a glaze of yellow over it. So you can see it kind of makes it kind of yellowy, kind of blue, kind of greenish, you know, and here I'm kind of adding a little bit more red in. But overall, I think it's turning out pretty decent for not having painted with acrylics for such a long time. And I have recently painted with oils. I never painted with oils before. I actually think I like oils better. I think I like how they stay wet longer and you can blend them together and move them around. Acrylics dry pretty quick, and I'm not sure I like that so much. Here I'm adding this weird effect. I don't know why this popped in my head. I thought, well, you know, if I could make this jagged edge kind of and add this red color in there, and kind of what it reminds me of is, I'm not exactly sure what it reminds me of. I feel like there's an album cover back in the day that was kind of like this. Maybe AC/DC, like Razor's Edge or something. I don't know. If you guys know, comment below. It just, I think it's coming from somewhere in the past or history where this is coming from. But anyway, so I decided to do these red torn edges, and I wanted to add like shading so it looked like it was kind of had depth to it. And you could see that I don't know why I didn't record, but I had some Posca pins and I wanted to add some zigzag lines in here. And this is kind of where I think the painting went off the rails, because in my head I had these red dots in my mind and I wanted them to be perfect circles. So you could see I was using a template and trying that, but of course that didn't work. I almost need a vinyl cutter and cut the circles out with the vinyl cutter. That way I can paint them, use it as a stencil and paint them perfect. But I had this idea of like these circles and the perfect circles, and I wanted to add like gold leafing to them, like perfect circle gold leaf. And so here I'm adding the sizing glue for the gold leaf, and I speed this up a little bit because otherwise this would be a little mind numbing. But and then I had copper leaf too, so I was like, I wonder what copper leaf would look like. So I put copper leaf on. So there's the gold leaf I lay over, and there's the copper leaf I'm laying on the blue. And if you ever worked with gold leafing, you know that it goes everywhere. So I put it in a box here, and I'm just kind of, so that it all gets captured inside that box. And here I'm just going back and doing the final touches up, and, you know. And I don't know about you, but I think when I did the gold leafing and the dots, I ruined it. I mean, it looks good, but it wasn't as good as it was when it was just the painting and it had the Posca pen lines. I went back over those lines and laid them in a little more with the Posca pens again, and I think it made them too thick. When they were nice and thin, it was really kind of cool looking. Let me know your thoughts on it. Leave comments in the below and let me know if you think it turned out good or not. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.